What if I told you that every moment of your life, every joy, every pain, every fleeting thought was being recorded? That somewhere in the cosmos, there exists a bank, storing the essence of every human experience that has ever been. In the quiet hum of laboratories, where quantum computers grapple with the very fabric of space-time, and in the hushed archives where ancient wisdom lies dormant, a convergence is happening. Scientists are discovering something extraordinary. It's not a new particle or a distant galaxy, but something far more fundamental. Something that challenges everything we thought we knew about reality. They are finding that at the deepest level, the universe isn't made of matter or energy, but of information, a cosmic code that underpins all existence. This isn't just a theory, it's a whisper that has echoed through the ages, from the mystics of the East who spoke of Maya, the illusion of the world, to the pioneers of the digital age. We are beginning to see the universe not as a great machine, but as a great thought. And this revelation brings us face to face with the oldest, most profound question of all. The question that has haunted humanity for millennia is about to be answered. For centuries, we have asked, why are we here? Philosophers from Plato to Sartre have debated our purpose. Religions have offered salvation and enlightenment. But perhaps we have been asking the wrong question. Perhaps the question isn't why, but what for? What is the of a conscious living being in a universe of information? If we are part of a great thought, what role do our individual minds play? The answer, it seems, is both simpler and more staggering than we could have ever imagined. Life is not about the accumulation of possessions, the trophies we collect, the status we achieve. It's not about the fleeting validation of achievements or the monuments we build to our own ego. These are merely artifacts of the journey, not the journey itself. The true substance of our existence, the very currency of the cosmos, is about one thing: experience. The raw, unfiltered, subjective, and deeply personal sensation of being. It is the redness of a sunset, the bitterness of loss, the warmth of a loving touch. This is the data that only consciousness can generate. Consider the simplest of moments. From the mundane act of sipping coffee, the intricate dance of aroma molecules, the comforting warmth spreading through your hands, the subtle shift in your state of mind, to the profound, soul-shaking awe of witnessing the infinity of a star-filled sky. Each moment, whether we label it good or bad, significant or trivial, is a unique and unrepeatable packet of experiential data. The joy of a child's laughter, the sting of betrayal, the quiet satisfaction of solving a difficult problem, the terror of a near miss. These moments define us. They are the building blocks of our identity, the threads that weave the tapestry of our lives. Each experience transforms us. It refines our consciousness, deepens our understanding, and expands our capacity for future experience. It builds us. But here's the truly paradigm-shattering and perhaps disturbing implication of this new understanding. What if they're building something else too? What if every life is a sensor, deployed into reality to gather a specific, unique set of experiences? What if our consciousness is a temporary vessel, designed to feel, to learn, to suffer, and to love, all in the service of contributing to a vast cosmic repository, a kind of universal bank of experience? This isn't just philosophy. It aligns with the fundamental principles of information theory, pioneered by thinkers like Claude Shannon. Information, at its core, is the resolution of uncertainty. Every choice you make, from what to eat for breakfast to who to spend your life with, resolves uncertainty and creates a bit of information. Every sensation you perceive carves a unique pattern into the neural pathways of your brain. We see this in the very biology of our minds. The glowing neural networks firing within our skulls are not just random electrical sparks. They are complex computational processes, visualizing consciousness in action, turning the raw input of the world into the structured data of memory and emotion. This data, this precious information, is generated ceaselessly, every moment of our waking and dreaming lives. But does it simply vanish when we do? Or is it transmitted? Is there a cosmic ledger where every iota of experience is recorded, preserved, and integrated? We think our experiences are private, personal, sealed within the confines of our own minds. But what if they're not? What if the very concept of a separate individual self is part of the illusion? What if every moment of joy, every pang of sorrow creates a ripple, not in some metaphorical pond, but in a tangible, vast, and unseen informational field that connects us all? This idea resonates with Carl Jung's concept of the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of memories and archetypes that influence all of humanity. Why do the same myths, the same symbols, the same fears and aspirations appear in cultures separated by thousands of miles and thousands of years? Perhaps because we are all tapping into the same foundational database. What if our reality is a form of shared simulation, and our individual lives are nodes processing different facets of that simulation? Our experiences wouldn't just be our own, they would be contributions, updates to the system's total knowledge. The love you feel for your child isn't just yours. It's a data point on love, added to the universal understanding of that concept. The pain of your greatest failure isn't just a private burden, it's a lesson learned and uploaded for the benefit of the whole. We are not just living our lives, we are co-creating the fabric of reality itself with every thought, feeling, and action. This leads to the ultimate unsettling question. If our experiences are being collected, if our lives are feeding this immense cosmic system, who or what is the collector? And to what end? The quest to understand our place in the cosmos has led humanity down countless paths of inquiry, from ancient philosophy to modern physics. But it was at the intersection of quantum mechanics and cosmology that a truly radical idea began to take shape, one that could redefine not only life, but death itself. The investigation begins with a fundamental law of the universe, a rule so absolute it governs everything from the smallest particle to the largest galaxy. This journey starts with the work of theoretical physicist Dr. Leonard Susskind, whose research into information theory revealed something shocking, a conclusion that sent ripples through the scientific community. In our universe, information is never truly lost. This is the law of conservation of information. It means that the universe meticulously keeps track of every single bit of data. If you burn a book, the information it contained, the story, the arrangement of ink on paper, isn't destroyed. It's merely transformed, scrambled into the ash, the smoke, the heat radiated into the air. The information becomes incredibly difficult to read, but in principle, a powerful enough computer could reconstruct the book perfectly. This concept faced its greatest test at the edge of a black hole, where it seemed this fundamental law was being broken, creating a paradox that threatened to unravel physics as we know it. The solution to this paradox was even more bizarre than the problem. It's called the holographic principle. Born from the struggle to understand black holes, it suggests that the entire three-dimensional universe as we perceive it might be nothing more than a projection of information stored on a distant, two-dimensional surface. Like a hologram, where a 3D image is encoded on a 2D film, the holographic principle suggests that everything within a volume of space, every star, every planet, every living being, including your most private thoughts and profound experiences, could be fully described by information encoded on its boundary. Our seemingly solid, three-dimensional reality could be an illusion, a grand cosmic projection. If the universe is a hologram and information is never lost, what does that mean for the most complex information we know of? Human consciousness? Here, the investigation turns inward, to the strange world of quantum mechanics. Some controversial but compelling quantum consciousness theories hint that our subjective experiences are not just fleeting chemical reactions in the brain, instead they might be fundamentally quantum phenomena. These theories propose that our experiences might leave imprints, indelible quantum signatures, unique patterns of information that represent a moment of awareness, a feeling of love, a memory of loss. And because information cannot be destroyed, these signatures must persist even after the biological brain ceases to function. They persist beyond death. This leads to an astonishing and profound question. If every experience, every thought, every moment of consciousness from every being that has ever lived is preserved as a quantum signature, a permanent packet of information, where does it all go? But if our experiences are preserved, where are they stored? And perhaps more importantly, why? The sheer scale of this data would be unimaginable, a library containing the complete subjective history of the cosmos. Is there a purpose to this cosmic accounting? Is our universe not just a physical system, but an informational one, designed to collect and store the data of experience itself? One potential answer to the where and why is perhaps the most unsettling theory of all. It comes from philosopher Nick Bostrom, whose simulation hypothesis proposes that reality itself might be a vast, high-fidelity computational system. Bostrom argues that a technologically mature or post-human civilization would have access to such immense computing power that they could run countless ancestor simulations of their past. He posits that one of three things must be true. Either civilizations like ours go extinct before reaching that stage, or they reach it but have no interest in running such simulations, or we are almost certainly living inside one right now. If true, our experiences could be stored in its memory banks. In a simulated universe, the law of conservation of information isn't just a law of physics, it's a function of the system's architecture. Every event, every choice, every feeling is simply data being processed and logged. Our lives, our consciousness, our entire universe would be a subroutine in a program of unimaginable complexity. The where becomes the simulation's hard drive. The why becomes a question for our creators. Are we an experiment? A form of entertainment? A historical archive? The lines between physics, philosophy, and computer science blur, leaving us with a startling possibility that the repository of cosmic experience isn't a mystical plane, but a server farm. The investigation into what lies beyond death has led us to question the very nature of the reality we inhabit right now. Ancient traditions speak of the Akashic Records, a cosmic library containing every thought, action, and experience that has ever occurred. Hinduism and Buddhism describe karma as a cosmic ledger, recording experiences across lifetimes. Carl Jung proposed the collective unconscious, a shared psyche where individual experiences merge into universal memory. Across cultures, across centuries, the same revelation emerges. Our experiences are not lost. They're preserved in something greater than ourselves. The Cosmic Bank, a repository where every human experience is preserved, cataloged, and stored for eternity. Every laugh, every tear, every moment of discovery, nothing is lost. Everything matters. This is why we're here, not to accumulate possessions, but to contribute experiences to the universal consciousness, to enrich the cosmic story. Through quantum entanglement, information preservation, or mechanisms we don't yet understand, our experiences ripple through the universe's fabric. Let's pause and truly consider the implications. If the universe is fundamentally composed not just of matter and energy, but of information, if modern physics, with its hints of a holographic principle, where all the data of our world is stored at the edge of the cosmos, is pointing towards a deeper truth, if this is true, if our subjective experiences, the very fabric of our consciousness, are not ephemeral sparks that vanish but are meticulously recorded, preserved in a vast cosmic bank, then the entire meaning of our existence is transformed. Every single moment of your life, from the most profound to the most mundane, acquires an eternal significance. The fleeting sensation of warmth from a cup of tea, the quiet awe of staring at the night sky, none of it is lost. It is all data, precious, unique, and permanent. This cosmic bank isn't a dusty library. Think of it as the ultimate cloud server, running on the hardware of space-time itself. Some physicists, grappling with the fine-tuning of the universe, have even postulated that our reality could be a sophisticated simulation. In that model, the recording of our experiences isn't a mystical process. It's a fundamental function of the system. Every choice, every sensation, every thought is logged. The universe, in this view, is a grand experiment in consciousness, and we are its explorers, its data gatherers. The laughter of a child, the heartbreak of a loss, the triumph of a discovery, these aren't just personal events. They are contributions to a universal data set of staggering complexity and beauty. And so, the greatest human fear, annihilation, is reframed. Death is not an ending, it is not a deletion, it's a deposit. It is the final, complete upload of a lifetime's worth of unique, irreplaceable data. Imagine your consciousness as a localized program running on the biological hardware of your body. For decades, it gathers experiences, forming a perspective on reality that has never existed before. At the moment of death, the hardware fails, but the program, the sum total of your life's information, is transferred. It is integrated into the eternal archive. Your personal narrative is woven into the grand tapestry of cosmic history. You don't simply cease to be. You become a permanent part of the whole, a seed for future consciousness, a lesson for the universe itself. Knowing this, how then shall we live? If every moment is a brushstroke on an eternal canvas, what kind of painting will you create? This isn't a call to abandon your daily life in search of constant manufactured highs. It is an invitation to find the profound in the ordinary. It imbues every second with a sacred duty, the duty of awareness. What experiences will you choose to contribute to this cosmic legacy? Will you seek out novelty? Will you cultivate compassion, adding data of connection and empathy to the archive? Will you embrace challenges, contributing the invaluable information of resilience? The universe doesn't ask for perfection. It may not even distinguish between good or bad. Perhaps it only values richness, complexity, and authenticity. The bitter taste of failure is as informationally rich as the sweetness of success. To live this way is to become a conscious artist of experience. Your life is your masterpiece. Pay attention to the texture of the world. Notice the subtle shifts in light, the symphony of sounds in a quiet room, the intricate dance of your own thoughts. Engage fully with others, recognizing that every interaction is a co-creation of new, unique information. Don't shy away from difficult emotions. Explore their contours, learn their lessons. Every moment you are truly present, you are mining the purest gold for the cosmic bank. You are fulfilling your purpose not by achieving some external goal, but by simply and fully. You see, you are not just a fleeting creature on a tiny planet, living out a brief, insignificant life. You are a vital sensor for the universe. You are a storyteller, and your medium is your own consciousness. You are authoring a chapter in an eternal cosmic story, a story that would be incomplete without you. Every experience matters. Every choice resonates. Every moment of awareness contributes to something magnificent, incomprehensible, and truly immortal. Your life is a gift, not just to yourself, but to the entirety of existence. The cosmic bank is open. It awaits your deposit. Make it a rich one.